So shout out to Dan Hoard as always for posting this on Twitter. But this is 5 observations from yesterday's training camp practice. Keep in mind the first day of actual pads. So number 1, Joe Burrow threw some frozen ropes today from 6 weeks ago to now. There's a difference, a positive one, said Dan Pitcher. As time goes on, I think he'll get better and better. And I like where he is at right now. Also, a little side note, as always, love Dan. Legend, absolute legend. With all the analysts and sports media and how awful it is, I feel like there's some real legends out there who do a good job, hardworking job, and that is Dan. And I gotta give Dan a lot of credit for that. Anyway, though, what I like about the whole situation with Joe and how they're doing the whole Joe situation is I like how they're not pushing it too much, right? They're having limited practices. They gave him a day off, even though he probably didn't want a day off, right? They're making sure that he's not pushing himself too far. As Coach Taylor has said before, you kind of have to control him to a certain degree because, Joe is a competitor. He's a fighter. This is what he loves to do. So, nice to see that. Anyway, it was the first day in full pads, and there was even a period with live tackling near the end of practice. Everyone got excited on the sideline, so it was great, said Lou. We're going to play tackle football when it's real, so at some point you have to do it. And I agree with that. There's not much tackling when it comes to actual, like the training camp, and you don't want to get somebody hurt. Also, even when you are tackling, you don't want to tackle your player and potentially be the reason why the guy got hurt in general. So I feel like there is a certain degree of as a player, you just want to kind of, be smart when it comes to tackling, but they are correct. Once we get to the preseason, the 10th, we're going to be tackling, okay? That's just a fact of the matter is there's going to be tackling in that game. There's going to be tackling in the joint practice with I believe it's the Chicago Bears. Yeah, joint practice with Chicago Bears. There's going to be a bunch of tackling throughout the whole entire month of August. So I get the hesitation, but I also get the point of you just got to do it, man. You just got to go for it and just do it and get it out of the way. But it is also exciting because it's real football, and we didn't have real football for so long. So when you have stuff like this, the guy runs the ball, and normally in training camp, if he does this, you just kind of pull off and let him go. But this time they actually go for the tackle, and man, that's how you know real football is back. This is how you get real football being back, baby. And hold up. Is that 26? No, 36. Okay. Chuck Sizzle made several catches, including a pair of red zone touchdown grabs. Day 1 in pads is really when camp starts, Jones said. That's what I've been working for since last season. I'm starting to feel more comfortable in the offense and more comfortable in general. Again, when it comes to Chuck Sizzle, I don't even think it's his fault at this point. At first, I thought oh, come on, man, you gotta go out there, and I think even if he was truly that good of a wide receiver, if he was really amazing and he was the equivalent of Trenton Irwin. Okay, well, I'm saying Trenton Irwin as the top of top. If he was a great receiver, I think we still used him as a punt returner. I'm so convinced that the Bengals see him and they do not see wide receiver. They say punt returner. That's all you're going to be. I feel like he'll never be an actual receiver. It's like Pinocchio. He'll never be a real boy. That's how I feel about when it comes to Chuck Sizzle. I love Chuck too, man. He's an animal, man. Not really much sizzle on those punt returns, but unless we get another punt returner I feel like that they're comfortable with, I just don't see Chuck Sizzle getting any way in this offense. And in all honesty, he really can't, if you think about it. Because now there's, Jermaine Burton, Trenton Irwin, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and then you have Yoshi, And Yoshi's having a great training camp, by the way, so he's taking over that spot. And then below that, you got Mike Gesicki, you got Tanner Hudson, you got Tanner McLaughlin, Drew Sample. You got a lot of names in there. So Chuck Sizzle even getting any type of rotation when we like to use him for one thing only, it's going to be very, very challenging for him ever to get any actual snaps on offense. With Trent Brown likely out for a few more days, Amarius Mims is banking reps next to Alex Kappa. I'm in the huddle with him. I'm beside him on the field. I'm just picking his brain, said Mims. He won a Super Bowl and knows what it takes, and that will help me. Yeah, 100%. I'm excited to see Mims. I'm really excited to see him develop because at this moment in time right now, he has all the intangibles. He has everything he needs to be the best right tackle in football. And I think he'll become the best right tackle in football. And that's not me being biased. I have a lot of faith in him. Mike Gesicki catches 160 balls on the jug machine every day. In the offseason, I actually do 200, he said. I have a machine at home, and my wife shoots them at me. It's 160 here because my routine includes 20 high, 20 low balls that requires moving up and down. Bro, like, I'm not trying to be that guy, right? And pardon me for saying this, what the actual flufferoni sauce were we thinking when we got Irv Smith? Like, as a guy, Irv Smith's a fine guy. But, like, when you really hear Mike Gesicki talk, when you hear this information right here, right, you kind of, like, stop to think. You're like, bro, why were we excited about Irv Smith? I don't remember hearing any of stuff like this about Irv Smith. Not one single thing. 200 times a day. His wife shoots balls at him to catch when he's not at practice, when he's not at the facility. Who the heck is Irv Smith? Like, bro, this Irv Smith be chilling, you know, maybe eating a hamburger, you know, chilling with friends. Mike's like, nah, bro, while you were chilling, I just caught 400 passes. I don't even know what to say. This might be one of the greatest offseason signings ever. And we're just not realizing how amazing this signing actually was. Man's working on his catching ability every single day of his life. You're sleeping, working a 9-to-5 job potentially, and this man is working on catching. Like, when he's not even supposed to be. I think I love Mike Gesicki. I think I absolutely love this man. Also, a little side note, I posted my community tab last night, but just a little update on this. Miles Murphy is fine. He got hurt yesterday, left practice early, and I know there was some speculation. Based on what we understand, it is just cramps. He is okay. There's no problems there. He's a young guy, you know. He's going to get cramps when it comes to working out. I believe, see, this is where I want to actually I want to fact check myself on this. Because I believe in college, didn't he have injuries? And that's why he fell to us so late? Because he was supposed to be a top 5 pick. And I believe in college, he actually did have injuries. 13 games, 13, 12. No, not really then. He might have missed some games from injuries, but not to a point that's like... Actually, wait. No, we dropped him in 2023, yeah. Yeah, so now, never mind then. I thought he had injuries in college. Maybe he had some injuries, he's just played through them. Cause I swear I thought that was like what they talked about in the draft night. Anyway, though, I'm excited to see what this team looks like. Let's go, boys. Who dat?